Sunrise Movement. So it is my understanding that the Global Warming Solutions Act is based on a plan from Massachusetts from 10 years ago. And I'm really scared that this plan is outdated and it's just simply not enough. It seems like, yeah, it's good that we're holding ourselves accountable, but we're also walking ourselves into a lawsuit 10 years down the road, when in reality, I'd really love to see a plan that has action now and a much more comprehensive vision for 10 years, because we really only have 10 years to solve this. So yeah, as a young person, I'm wondering why you all as a caucus are not focusing on a more comprehensive plan for action that will justly transition us away from fossil fuels entirely over the next 10 years. You've mentioned a few other ideas, and I'm sort of curious to hear about these other ideas that have a bigger vision. Yeah, I'd love to hear more about that.
So the Global Warming Solutions, the Global Warming Solutions Act, it's true, it is partly modeled off legislation that was passed in Massachusetts a while ago. Massachusetts is actually in the process of updating their Global Warming Solutions Act, making it more aggressive, and we're looking at what they're doing as well as legislation that just passed like in recent months in New York and in Maine. And but the Global Warming Solutions Act is a framework. So you're right, it's not a comprehensive plan that tells us this is the action we're going to take and this is how we're going to do that. It's meant to be like a nimble framework that can evolve over time, that we can make the more aggressive and it compels us to make the comprehensive plan that you're talking about. And the model that we're looking at for that is actually sort of similar to what Brian was talking about. In the original version of the bill, we were going to just charge kind of a climate czar, whoever said that, through the Agency of Natural Resources. Now we're talking about really a much more representative panel that would include people like you, indigenous people in the state, as well as folks in state government, to come together and be like, this is the plan for the state that is going to meet the challenge, and that then we are held accountable for, that we have to act on. So I think we've talked already a lot about the tension of like, that is a good question. I think it's the question of why I think I'm hearing you say, like, it doesn't sound like we're responding to the urgency enough with strong enough targets in a short enough time frame. And I think that's totally fair. And I think like I said, I think there are some bills that have some elements of those plans. And so I would encourage all of you who feel like that and maybe we can do some work to put out for all of you, not just the climate platform, but like truly what are all the climate bills that have been introduced in the legislature and will have been introduced, and you can make some choices too about what you want to get behind and push us on, and try to get more action and more support for inside the building, so we can act on some of those bolder things.
And
go ahead.
I would just add that in the 90s, Massachusetts emitted a lot more emissions than Vermont, and they are below their 1990 targets, and we are climbing. So that is part of the reason why people are looking at that, and why Maine and New York decided to replicate that, and why we're interested in creating a Vermont version of that framework.
And the Energy and Technology Committee will pretty much be the focus of a few of the important bills that are going through, and one is the Global Warming Solutions Act. And so as it's going through committee, it's not a bad idea to stay on top of what the changes are being made and what you think the changes should be, because the committee process, the bill will not come out looking exactly as it went in. I don't think bills never do. So that's definitely a way to participate.